tired of being lied to from the media, and maybe you're from the age group where you don't even realize that back in the old days, newscasters, they actually stood for integrity. They didn't lie, they weren't biased, and that is not the world we live in anymore. I woke up this morning and I thought, okay, there was a little glimmer of good news in the housing market versus what has been happening. And I'm like, how are they gonna spin this? Sure enough, look at this. Housing Wire, really? Are you kidding me? We haven't even gone through a housing market crash yet, and Housing Wire's already called it because of this incredible news. The positive news is home builders are doing a great job of raking it in right now because they can't. Sellers have stopped selling. I don't know, maybe some of them think they will get a higher price, which please don't think that way. You're only going down. My personal opinion, it's my opinion only, that if you are planning on selling your home, do it now. Why you still have equity. I believe there's still going to be a huge decrease in home values in the next 6 to 9 months. I think it's going to get extremely ugly out there. The good news that they had though, and you guys can do the same thing as well as what the home builders are doing. Right now, if interest rates are 7%, you can offer a buyer 4%. You're like going, how does she do that? That's amazing. It's Dana math. Oh, by the way, this is the D-Money channel where we go over everything having to do with money, finance, real estate, and please like and subscribe because it really does help us out. We hate asking, and let's put it this way, if this content's not valuable, you can always take your like back. Just take it back. The home builders, they have short-term notes. They need to build. They don't have time to wait for, they don't 30-year notes, and a lot of them worked with the large regional banks as well, and I'm sure they're trying to push through their projects worrying about the commercial real estate crisis that's happening. Home builders, they're buying down the interest rates, and you're allowed to do that as a seller of a property. So if you want to sell your home, but you're like, I don't know if anyone could afford it because interest rates went up, you can offer a 4% seller's concession, and now my interest rate goes down 3 points. I can do what they call a 3-2-1. The first year, it's 3 points under what current rates are. So say it's 7% right now. I would be at 4% for a year in the mortgage. Next year, I would be at 2 points below par, and then 1. So it's really utilized perfectly for this particular type of situation where you think in the next 3 years, I think mortgage rates will go back down, or at least long enough where you could refinance the house into better terms. I 100% believe that, and I would be willing to do and purchase a home on a 3-2-1 mortgage buy down, and you could sell your home. There's no problem with that, and that's what home builders are doing. They just happen to be there. They know how to work the magic, and they have to sell the homes. They're offering seller concessions, buying down the rate, and getting people into new homes instead of homes that need work, or because all of the sellers have just decided to sit out on the sideline. If you do want to sell your home, it is a great way to do it. You can even price into your pricing. If you're buying the home, what I would do is try to net it down as far as you possibly can, then bring up the 4% seller's concession, because I'd hate for someone just to tack it on to the price. It's the way of the world right now. You can have a 4% mortgage rate. That's no problem. The other thing, if you want, or if you're in trouble and you got your insurance bill, because insurance costs nationally, it's insane for home insurance. You don't even really have home insurance. I always say to our insurance companies, it's more like tragedy insurance. I'm never going to use it. If I do, you're just going to drop me. It's really force majeure or, tragic insurance. You're never going to use it. They're sky high. Florida, forget about it. It's huge. That cost, taxes going up with your new home prices. If anyone is feeling a pinch and they need to sell, but they owe what it's worth, they wouldn't even be able to pay the real estate commissions, please give us a call. Do not do a short sale. At least let us talk to you first. We have no problem with purchasing the house, and we can hold on to it and wait the 4 or 5 years or 7 years. There's no reason to be house poor. You don't have to live that way. My number's down below. Absolutely give us a call. That is no problem. The good news is the construction starts spiked huge for new home builders. Seasonally, May is the best month for construction start. The single family homes and multi-housing units. The interesting part about this is the big growth category was 5+ units, not even duplexes anymore. More of the multi-family apartment units versus single family homes. When you look at the math here, as you can see, it's the highest since 1986. up 42% from May last year and up 49% from May 2019 pre-COVID levels. They are on fuego for the new home builders, man. If you look at the construction starts for single family homes and don't do the voodoo math that everyone does and price adjusted seasonality, blah, 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 BS to make the numbers look any way that they want, single family homes is actually down as far as construction starts. Compared to May 2022, starts were down 5%. Compared to the blowout boom months of April, June 21, starts were down 16% and 18% respectively. Single family homes without doing voodoo math is actually down with construction starts, but huge big news for multifamily. They're trying to spin this as the recession's over, home price, the whole housing market is great. It's like, housing market, give me a break. You have, of course, new construction is doing well. No one else is selling their home. People need to buy homes and they're buying down the rates as they should. They're taking advantage of this opportunity. I mean, they were getting hammered before. I'm happy to see this for the new home builders that they're able to do this. I was worried about them with short-term debt, and you had the inflation and lumber prices were up. Right now, because of this news, of course, lumber jumped way up, and I just laughed to myself, like, the new home builders are not dumb. The other thing that I found really interesting is you're going to start to see rentals and renting apartments. The numbers are going down a little bit. I had a subscriber, Jerome, tell me about Sarasota, Florida, and we've been looking everywhere. Everyone has at when's Florida going to finally blow up. Really blew my mind because he told me Sarasota, this big apartment complex, typically it's $3,000 per month. They took it down to $1,900 per month right now. If it's not to a certain level occupancy rate, they're going to give 3 months free up front if you sign an annual lease. He told me pick a city anywhere in Florida. I would not have picked Sarasota to be a city that would be challenged at all. I'm going to look at those numbers. They're starting to see rental rates be normal. They went up 25% in 2 years. So people could not afford it. They would get new leases and they wanted like $500 more a month. That's insane. Now we just need the mortgage rates to come down, but a while yet, we still have to have the actual crash. And I believe that we're going to start to see the unemployment numbers go up. That's needed to have the housing crash. Unfortunately, all of us have to suffer to make this crash happen unless the commercial real estate crisis really goes the way it's supposed to, with billions and billions of dollars in debt that's coming due. And you also have huge vacancy rates in the office buildings. San Francisco, forget it. They're like 25% vacant. You have Facebook, Apple, Google, everyone in Silicon Valley. They don't like to give up office space. They're always into building these big complexes, and it's kind of like marking their territory. Amazon, Lyft, Salesforce, all of them are cutting back, and they're trying to force the workers back into work. And the workers are looking for new employment. They don't want to go back to the office. And you're going to continue to see the office space have huge vacancy rates. So we're going to have the commercial crisis. The private equity, they're now having reports about private equity firms, the big guys, the hedge funds and all the billionaires. They didn't hedge their bets properly. They thought interest rates would stay down. They didn't buy the additional hedging insurance, and now they might be in trouble. There's a lot of different things at play with the regional banks, and anything could happen. Who knows? I don't know. No one knows, but just reading the tea leaves, housing crash is not stop. Housing Wire. Always look at the news source, use your own brain, see what you believe, and read through the BS meter. Yes, the home builders have a great run right now. Congratulations. They're making hay when, I don't know, I always mess up expressions. This is the D Money channel. I absolutely adore you guys. Peace out, and I'll talk to you soon.